Hey, hello, hello. Taking y'all back to 1997 real quick with Miss Erykah Badu. All right, you guys, welcome back to season 5, episode 5 of Wine Down Wednesday with my lady of the week. You guys are coming on in the wine room, and I love it. Hey, guys. Hey, lady. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Dr. Danielle. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Come on in here. I give y'all a second to get on in here. Hey. Is it me, or am I just like excited because it's spring? And that just means that the days are longer. No more getting dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes. All right, guys. This evening's live is titled Turning Your Pain into Your Purpose. And that is exactly what my Lady of the Week did this week. Well, not this week, but my Lady of the Week coming into the wine room. That's what she did. She took what appeared to be a setback and used it as a setup for her success. So you guys give me a minute and I will bring my Lady of the Week into the wine room. But before I do that, you guys know the drill. I gotta give my shout outs. And the first one, of course, always goes to my makeup artist, because he always does the damn thing. So thank you so much, Mr. MUA Alex with 2 X's. You guys make sure you go follow him on Instagram. Again, that's MUA Alex with 2 X's. And of course, Miss Lanny B, the stylist, for always hooking your girl up. And ooh, you all are coming on in the wine room. Let me give out some waves. All right, guys. Again, the title of this week's live is called Turning Your Pain into Your Purpose. If you guys give me a second, I will bring my Lady of the Week, Miss Michelle Robinson, into the wine room. Soon as she presses that button, I can bring her on in. But let me say hello to all these people that showed up tonight. Look at you guys. Art underscore of etiquette has joined us. Hello. Hey, everybody. Ayana Pilates has joined us. Hello, Ayana. Sunshine 3715. Yes, I love that. Hey, Sunshine. Come on in here. Living for Blue has joined us. Come on in here. Okay, my Lady of the Week has just pushed her button. Guys, you guys make sure you take your sip of your wine. Cling, 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 cling. Take that sip. Hello, Michelle.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm well. You see, I represented in my video.
I see. I was like, oh. I love it.
Yes, I had to. Thank you so much for being here this evening and joining us here in the wine room. I am super, super excited to have you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Before we get started, I always like to do a little toast. So happy you got a little libation over there that we can take a little clink. There you go. Clink. What you drinking? What's in your glass?
So I have a cab. This is a Cooper's Hawk brand.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I love it. Okay, I'm cheating tonight because this is actually some juice. I didn't have any more wine yet.
How dare you?
But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Take that sip. Yes, because if you don't take a sip,
yes,
you
honey.
So.
And I need it.
All right, so let's just go ahead and dive into this conversation. Could you please tell everyone who you are and where you're from?
Yeah, so I'm Michelle Robinson. I am the owner of DEMIblue Natural Nails and the creator behind the DEMIblue clean and vegan nail polish brand. And I am from the Show Me State, St. Louis.
Woo woo, the show them. I love it. I love it. All right, so before I get into my questions and everything, I just want to take the opportunity to give you some flowers right now because, honey, you've been doing some things out here. You just won the Master of Her Fate Award. Yeah. Can you tell the audience what that award was for?
Yeah, absolutely. So annually here in St. Louis, we put on a master class for women. And they come from all over, right? But this particular year was the first year that they decided to award women in the community who are just doing great things in business and really bringing women together through their business. And I was one of the recipients.
Let me just to show this off
There
for
you
you.
go.
Show this off. You're welcome. And you also in 2020 won the Beauty Brand of the Year award. So you just racking up these awards, Miss Michelle.
Yes.
Look, let me give you your virtual round of applause. All right. So you mentioned that you are the owner, creator, founder, all of that of DEMIblue. You said clean and vegan free, right?
Yes.
Nail polish brand. Why did you start this nail polish brand?
Yeah, so I started the brand after my mom's experience with cancer. My mother was an avid nail polish wearer. And after radiation and chemotherapy, the conventional nail polishes that she attempted to wear created a sensitivity in her nails. So she couldn't wear them because of the chemicals and how they interacted with her nails. So if anybody knows my mom, she's very bubbly. She expresses her personality through her, you know, her dress and her nails. And when she wasn't able to do that, I just really looked at the chemicals that were in her nail polish and tried to first determine what was a better alternative, right? With what was already out there. And I didn't really find anything that spoke to her personality. Spoke to our community and what we needed in regards to our remission with cancers. And so I developed DEMIblue.
Wow. And so, like I was telling the audience, the title of this live is Turning Your Pain into Your Purpose. And so as a consumer, Michelle, it never even dawned on me that there are some harmful chemicals in nail polish. So when we're going to get our nails done, ladies, what should we be looking out for when we read, you know, the labels on nail polish?
Absolutely. So I'm going to talk about just a few that you may even heard of, right? Because I don't want to get into chemicals that you've not heard of and you're like, I won't read that. Right. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about formaldehyde, right?
Oh.
We all know about formaldehyde. Formaldehyde's a preservative. We use it when we are embalming dead bodies.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yes.
I would have thought of it. Okay.
Yet it is a preservative that is used in nail polish and is commonly used in nail polish.
Wow.
We also have acetones, right? We've all heard of acetone. Many times if you're repainting your home, you use acetone to thin the paint on your walls. Well, it's in our nail polish removers and it's a carcinogen. It's an agent that's linked to cancer. So those are just two that you may have even heard of, but what about parabens and animal fats and things like that they're still using in our cosmetics that are known to be harmful to us?
Wow. Okay, so when you say it's clean and vegan free and all that, what does that mean in layman's terms? Because we hear the terms all the time, but I'm like, okay, what does all this mean?
So clean, when we think about clean beauty, we think about eliminating toxic chemicals, right? As many of them as we possibly can to make up this cosmetic that we're needing. And so our brand is clean because we've eliminated 21 of those toxic chemicals that are found in conventional nail polishes. Our nail polishes are not tested on animals, and it has no animal-derived ingredients, which makes it vegan.
Okay. So this is such a niche market, you know what I mean, that you've tapped into. So how did you know? I know you have a background in the medical field. So again, through your research, what were some of the things that you were finding that were maybe causing, you know, you said as far as cancer or people that had cancer, that they weren't able to use these things?
Absolutely. So we are moving into a more health conscious environment. It was important that the nail polish that I created wasn't just what was already on the market, right? It was a call to action. Because we know that 1 in 8 women in the U.S., especially African-American women, will be diagnosed with cancer. Will be, right? That's the statistic that has stood for several years now. but no one is talking about the chemicals that are found in nail polish. And because we frequent the nail salons mostly, and
Absolutely.
fashion and cosmetics are marketed and targeted to us mostly, I wanted to make sure that someone who looks like me formulated a non-toxic product that we could use, right? And so that's how I originally thought about it. I did my research and I did see other brands that had similar products, but again, those people didn't look like me.
Right.
And those people didn't speak to my community, and those people weren't accessible.
Right. Okay, you just mentioned something. You said how, you thought about this, you had this concept, and then the way that you went about your research and everything. And I was having a conversation the other day with a good friend of mine, and he says, Tanya, I have all these ideas, but the biggest challenge that I have is getting from the concept to execution, right? So as an entrepreneur, and this is not your first rodeo being an entrepreneur.
No.
Can you give us some steps to help us get through that? What happens, I think people feel like they have to perfect everything before they get it done. So can you provide us maybe with some steps to get from concept to execution?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd first say, think about what you want to do and how it would impact the world, right? Not just the people that are sitting next to you, but the world, right? And determine what solution you're trying to provide, and make it make sense. Do your research, see how you stand up to competitors, and do something a little different. Don't recreate the wheel, right? Because nail polish isn't brand new. I didn't recreate the wheel.
Oh, I say that all the time.
Right?
Yes.
I didn't recreate the wheel. I just took something and made it better, and provided a solution to what we're dealing with in these times now. And we are dealing with a growing health conscious community. And so just really looking at how you can solve a problem and starting from there.
Yes, I love that. You have to figure out what problem are you solving in order for people to get behind you.
Yeah.
And to your point about not recreating the wheel. Now, I said this is not your first time at the rodeo with being an entrepreneur, because you and I talked and you said at one time you thought you wanted to be an interior decorator.
Yes.
And you thought that was your passion, if you will.
Yes.
So what led you to that? And then tell me what happened in the end that you were like, okay, this ain't it.
Don't laugh at me.
Look, I've been there, so I already know.
So listen. So I have OCD, right? My home looks staged. Every time you walk in here, there's not a piece of lint, dirt, anything. I'm very organized. I love to decorate. And I was passionate about that, right? And so people would ask me to help them decorate their homes. And so I started there. And then when I bought the house that I'm in now, my realtor was like, hey, why don't you come work with me, stage homes? And I was like, okay, let's do that. And then I went into repurposing furnitures, and I just really got into it, right?
Right.
All while working in corporate America, may I add. And it was just so labor intensive that I was like, I'm not about to do this.
Right.
I don't want to work hard.
Right. Well,
so, yeah.
Well, I bring that up because I think oftentimes, especially as an entrepreneur, and when people, like I said, have ideas and they feel very passionate about it,
yes,
and they get into it and it's like, that ain't it. I think sometimes they get, they get deterred by trying to do something else. So I want to just speak to the fact that you realize that you weren't passionate, or that wasn't your purpose, right? So we talk about the difference between your passion and your purpose. And can you explain the difference between the two?
Yeah, so I'm passionate about a lot of things. Many of us are, right? At one point, I wanted to be a singer. At, at one point, you know, I did interior decorating. At one point, you know, I wanted to be an avid world traveler. I was passionate about those things.
Right.
Those were things that stemmed from emotions, right? And that's what passions are.
Say that again, Michelle.
So
Passions
passions
are things
that stem from emotions,
Ooh,
right? How
that.
you're feeling at the time, right?
Right.
Or wanting something you've never had, or to do something you've never done. Those are passions, right? I'm passionate about cats, but I just found out that I'm allergic to them, right?
Right. I love right.
But with purpose, you know, purpose is it's not feelings driven. Right? Purpose is what you look at and you say, how can this project into the world? How can I create? How can I help? How can I serve? That's kind of where purpose is stemmed from. What are you called to do? Right?
Love that.
Yeah, that's and that, to me, purpose finds you. You don't find a purpose.
Y'all writing this down.
I had no idea that I would be doing nail polish business. That was not my career goal. Right. I started out in healthcare. I spent 11 years in healthcare as a clinical administrator. I transitioned to education. I taught medical courses. I wrote medical courses. There was nothing in my career that said I would be doing anything with nail polish. Right. But when my mom experienced cancer, that experience that I had created a full circle life event for me that became a purpose for me to say, let me teach women about chemicals that are in cosmetics. Let me create something for them. And that became my purpose.
Damn. Okay, so let me recap on those two things, because you just said a word real quick. And I just want to make sure that everybody got that. Your passion are things that stems from emotions.
Yes.
And your purpose is what you are called to do.
Absolutely.
I love that. And you took what happened with your mom, and I'm assuming she's now cancer-free.
Yes.
She's gotten through that, but you took that experience and you were able to turn it into your purpose, because as you said, you were called to do that. I loved it. I love that. My follow-up question would have been, so how do we know that we're actually working in our purpose?
Because it all falls in alignment, right? I don't really understand or even know how I'm as successful as I am. It's all just kind of falling in line because I'm working in my purpose. I'm moving authentically on this journey. I'm not forcing it. I'm not demanding it. It's just all kind of falling in line, and I'm just working, like I said, authentically in that purpose.
I love that. Okay, so you just mentioned the success that you're having, and I don't want people to think that you started and out the gate it was like, hey, I'm clicking on all cylinders, right? Because what happens is people see the end result, or they see the awards and all that, but they don't understand some of the challenges. So can you talk about maybe a few of the challenges that you did have in the beginning and some of the successes outside of, the awards that you're having now?
Absolutely. So they don't see that I'm a one-woman show.
Hello.
That I'm here working this thing by myself from the time I wake up to the time I fall asleep. They don't see that I cry myself to sleep sometimes because I really don't know what I'm doing. It's just like, what am I doing?
Oh, girl. Yes.
They don't see the hustle, right? They don't see me making the calls, sending the emails, getting the no's, getting the rejections. They don't see that part.
Right.
So it's not all, noodles and rainbows,
right?
There's a lot, or not having enough money to purchase new inventories and applying for grants and getting no's.
Right.
It's not easy.
Right.
But it's the tenacity and the desire to want it is what keeps me going.
and your purpose, like
And
you
my
said,
purpose,
and your
absolutely.
purpose. So, okay, you did say something about a grant, but you did get a grant now, because
I mean,
you did, right?
I got quite a few.
I love it.
But,
I love it.
but I lost quite a few too.
Right. But I love it. Okay, and I know that you won like $100,000 grant.
I've won almost $200,000 in grant money now.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
I've
amazing.
not had to take out any loans for my business.
That's awesome.
And I thank God for that, because I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm just, I'm just doing it. I'm just moving in my
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So talking about the brand and your nail polish, and I think it's, when I go in and, you're picking out your color, it never even dawns on me like there's the creativity that goes into that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You have over 50 SKUs, right?
Yes.
Michelle, how do you come up with the names of the colors and the colors itself? Like, what's your whole creativity process behind that?
Yeah, so I have learned to ask for help. And over the last...
hold on. Say that again.
I recently, over the last couple of years, learned to ask for help, right?
I stop you there because I know that's something that I've struggled with in the past. And it was my son, my 18, he was probably 16 at the time, that said, Mom, you need to learn how to ask for help, and you need to learn how to let people help you.
Yes.
So, okay.
And so I created this big event. So every year when I'm rolling out new colors, I call on my community of women and I say, hey, here's some colors that are trending for this particular season. Okay. I want you guys to help me select my spring or my winter colors. Okay. They narrow those colors down, and then I have a competition where those women name those colors.
I love it.
And so only 2 of the nail polishes I've named.
Wow.
And that's, of course, the signature DEMIblue.
Yes.
And then Sunny Juliet after my mom.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so why DEMIblue? What's the fascination with the blue?
Yes. So Demi, I have a granddaughter.
Oh,
I know I don't look like it.
Oh, girl, stop. Yes.
So,
I love it.
So a part of expanding my legacy and really creating this business for my family, I named it Demi. Mm-hmm. And blue is my favorite color. Hello.
I love it. DEMIblue. Okay, so what's the wildest color of one of your colors that you have in your nail line?
Pink panties. And I didn't name it.
I love it.
So, I've got colors called pink panties and lustful in the flesh and, sundress season, because the men love a black woman in a sundress.
Absolutely, honey. It's time. Get them nails and them toes done.
That's right. Get them nails and toes done. Sundress season. So,
I love it.
So, yeah.
I love it. Okay, and so you mentioned how you're able to get the community involved, and I know that your DEMIblue is more than just a nail polish brand. Yeah. So can you tell the audience maybe some of the other maybe outreach programs that you have?
Absolutely. So we have what's called DEMIblue Cares. Mm-hmm. And it's an initiative that we've surrounded around, of course, breast cancer. My mom being the face of it and being a survivor. We definitely, a portion of our proceeds go towards organizations that support educating women about decreasing their risk of breast cancer. We partner with organizations to educate women, send out pamphlets in our mailers, how to eat through breast cancer, how to take care of your nails through breast cancer, things like that. We have a breast cancer color of the month every year. One of our infamous pinks, right? And we donate those nail polishes to survivors. We tell their stories. We highlight them on our social media platforms. We interview them. And we really want to surround them in love and support with this initiative. And so I'm very proud of it. And I'm proud of my mom, because just this past year, she came out and she really told her story.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And we take donations. We allow women to donate on our website at the DEMIblue Cares section, and we use that money to purchase nail polishes and give it out to the community of survivors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so what would be your biggest piece of advice to a woman, particularly over the age of 40, like myself and yourself, and even though, you know, y'all might not believe it, who wants to launch her own business, but she's scared that she may fail, or she thinks it's just too late to get started? What would you tell her?
So she's not alone, first of all. I didn't start my business until I was 40. Let's see, I'm 47 now, and I've been in business 3 years. So I didn't start my business until long into my 40s. I had been in corporate America for years, and I was afraid, and I did fail, and that's okay.
Right.
But I sometimes think about, and I look at all of the entrepreneurs around me that are so much younger than I am. And I'm like, Lord, why couldn't I have started 20 years ago? But that just wasn't my time. Right. So I'll say to those women, you are in the right place at the right time right now to start your business. And we are doing it. Right.
Yes.
And so start now, because every day that goes by is time wasted.
Absolutely.
Right. A mentor of mine in the past said, do 5 things every day towards a business. 5 things every day. 5 times 365 is a lot of things in a year.
A lot of things. Yes. Yes.
So,
yes. No, I love that. Get started now.
Get started.
And I think what I always remind people is that you don't want to be that person a year from now who says somebody else did what you were wanting to do. Right. And we've all said, damn, that was my idea. I coulda, I woulda, I shoulda. Don't be that person. Don't be the woulda, coulda, shoulda person. Right?
Exactly.
No regrets. So, no regrets. Hold on for 1 second. I just want to go in the audience and just see who we have in here. Anybody got any questions for Miss Michelle Robinson while she's here? You know what? Let me ask you a question about grants. So how do you go along finding the grants? Like, is there a website? What do you do to find those grants?
Several things, right? I Google.
Okay.
Right? Google is the master of everything. And I also tap into my community's ecosystem. So wherever you live, if there's a small business chapter, if there's Chamber of Commerce, if there are any type of organizations that give any type of business support, tap into those resources and sign up for those newsletters and allow that information to be funneled to you. But you got to go out and you got to research, you got to get connected.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of money out there. And there's a lot of money for African-American women.
Yes.
That are out there. We are starting businesses like more than ever now. Yes. So guys, get out, do the research, tap into that, and get that money, get that grant money.
I'm telling you.
Real quick, Fit_ is the new me said. I said the same thing. I started mine during the pandemic when I was 50. You go, girl.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. She also said no regrets. So that hit home as well. Okay, so I always like to ask just 2 questions before I let my ladies of the week out of here.
Yes.
And so my first question to you, Michelle, is what is the best advice given to you either professionally or personally?
The best advice, trust the process, right? And no matter what it looks like, it's your process. Trust it. Fail, succeed, fail, succeed, but trust the process, right? And I think one of the most amazing takeaways is that no matter who else is doing it, no one can do it like you.
Absolutely.
Right? It's your story. It's your journey. You know how many nail polish brands there are?
Right, right.
But there's only one DEMIblue.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love that. And nobody can beat you at being you.
That's right.
At all. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite quote or mantra? What's your thing that you live by?
Yeah. So I wrote down my mantra because it's kind of long, but I got this from Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
And it says, always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and to change the world. I love that because never in a million years would I thought I would make the level of impact that I'm making. Just little old me, right?
Right, right.
And I am doing things that is impacting women all over the world. And why not?
Wow.
You know?
I love that. All it takes is one.
Yeah.
That's it. All it takes is one. Oh, I love that, Michelle. Okay, so real quick, let me just read. Somebody else said, Crafty Craving said, this live has been so encouraging. I'm in my early 30s and I still loved every minute of it. Well, honey, you can come on in the wine room. If you can have a glass of wine, then you can come in the wine room. So.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. And then again, fit_ is the new me said, humility at its finest.
Absolutely.
I love that. Okay, Miss Michelle, we're almost at the 30 mark, but before we go, can you please tell everyone where can they find you, give them the web address and all the good things that are going on with DEMIblue?
Absolutely. So please, please, please follow me on all social media outlets at DEMIblue NN. So Nancy, DEMIblue NN on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Follow me. My website is DEMIblue Natural Nails. You can purchase my products on the website. You can purchase the products at Walmart.com.
What? You better say it. Girl, you in Walmart? I love it. Yes.
Yes. But definitely Instagram is where I live the most with my business. So definitely follow me. And when you go onto my website, please sign up to my mailing list. I promise you, I am not the person to send you 50 emails a week. I send one weekly email, but it's full of educational content. Okay.
I love that.
Danielle said, "What's
your zodiac sign?"
I'm a Virgo all day long.
So is she. I knew that's why she asked you that. So is she. That's my girl. That's Dr. Danielle Lawson.
Yes.
She is a true Virgo.
Yes.
So I already know because when you said your OCD and some other things, I was like, okay, that's I already knew it. So that's why she asked you that question. Hilarious.
Yes.
And Ayana Pilates said, how much is your nail polish?
So our classic collection runs at $15. We even have nail polishes for little girls.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So our nail polishes for little girls are $6.50, but all of that information's on our website.
Nice.
DEMIblue Natural Nails, guys.
Nice. Okay, so before we leave, I just gotta reiterate something you said earlier because, girl, that just hit me. Listen, ladies, your passions are the things that stem from your emotions.
Yes.
And your purpose is what you are called to do. Do
Yes.
not confuse the two. Please.
That's right.
Do not confuse
That's
the two.
right.
All right, Miss Michelle, any last words before we get out of here? Please have the floor.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for having me on and speaking to your community. It is always an honor and a pleasure for me to educate women about whatever I can regarding nail polish, these toxic chemicals. Please stay tuned. Follow me. Become my nail friend.
Yes. I love that. I love that nail friend. I love that.
Yes. Become our nail friend. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
All right, guys. Well, I think there you have it. Another amazing episode of Wind Down Wednesday with my fabulous Lady of the Week, Miss Michelle Robinson. Thank you so much, Michelle, for being here. This was incredible. Before we go, I also like to toast it out because let's drink it all. Let's not let it go to waste.
Okay.
And everybody in the audience, make sure you take your sip of your wine or whatever it is you have in your glass.
You don't have to threaten me with a good time.
I know that's right. I say the same thing. Well, it's been a pleasure. And guys, thank you guys so much for coming back and tuning in. You know, that is the whole purpose behind Hey Lady, is bringing you all some phenomenal women over the age of 40 to show you guys that we are out here not just living, but we are thriving out here. And if we can do it, you can do it too. Tap into the community. Go to my website. You can see all of the ladies of the week on there. And like she said, you do not have to reinvent the wheel. Go over to Hey Lady by Tanya with an I.com and check them all out. All right, Michelle, I'm gonna let you go in your Miss Show Me state of Missouri.
Bye, ladies.
We'll talk soon. Bye, everyone. Bye, guys. Thank you, guys.